Hey everyone, I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now, and when I wore the sexy Altair costume this week, I was reminded, oh, I gotta make that video. So here we are. I want to talk about my boobs. So this week I wore a sexy Altair costume for the Assassin's Creed 3 First Impressions video for SourceFed, and there were lots of comments and tweets and everything else, but there were a few YouTube commenters, and in particular one person on Twitter who was horribly offended that I had shown so much cleavage in this video, and it is a very sexy costume. First of all, it was made by my friend Candace, who did a beautiful job, and a lot of you asked why there's like a heart cut out. It's not actually that. It's a tunic, and then the hood is like its own separate piece, so it's not like there's like a sweetheart boob cut out. It just kind of looks like that when it's sitting the way that it did. But it is very sexy, and it does show a fair amount of cleavage, and there was one person in particular on Twitter who was horribly offended, who said that my wearing a costume was me selling out, and it was something I was resorting to, and on top of that, that it was so distracting that nobody could possibly be listening to the content of my message, and I was, doing myself and my own disservice by having any sort of cleavage out. And I find that all just horribly, horribly offensive. First and foremost, they're my boobs. I like the way they look in that costume. I'm very proud of the way I look in that costume. I think it looks really nice, and I think I'm allowed to put it on and wear it in whatever I want to wear it. Whatever video I feel like wearing it in, I'm going to wear that costume. And in fact, it really did fit with Assassin's Creed. I mean, maybe in a world news story, not so appropriate, but it was an Assassin's Creed costume in an Assassin's Creed video, so it wasn't totally off base. On top of that, I've been wearing costumes, you guys know, for the last 10 years of my life, so it's not really something I've just started resorting to. And on top of that, the idea that nobody could possibly be listening to the content of my message because my tits are showing is, and my cleavage is showing, I guess, because it's an important delineation. I wasn't wearing nipple tassels or something. I just had some cleavage showing. That's ridiculous to me. I don't think that you can't have a valid opinion and a great rack at the same time. I'm really proud of the way my boobs look, and I wanted to wear that costume, and I think it looked really good. And I think the idea that I have to wear a turtleneck to be taken seriously is offensive. Like, why can't the content of my message be what you judge me on, not the amount of cleavage that I have showing? Furthermore, my cleavage, I'm gonna put it wherever I want, and if you for some reason can't take me seriously because I'm showing some cleavage, that's your problem, that's your thing, and that sucks for you, but that's not going to sentence me to a turtleneck at all times so that someone might take me seriously. I mean, for instance, I have a degree in history, and if I wanted to give a lecture on World War II Europe, or the sociology of the Holocaust, or any of those subjects that I have a vast knowledge on, I don't think that I would have to wear a turtleneck to be taken seriously. I think I could show any amount of cleavage, and if people, I mean, obviously I couldn't wear nipple tassels, but if I was showing an amount of cleavage that I felt comfortable with, then people should be able to take me seriously because of the content of my message, not because I've covered up and I'm in a turtleneck. So that bothers me. And on top of that, my cleavage is not always out. I'm wearing shirts like this 99% of the time on SourceFed. So is it more, do you take me more seriously when I'm wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt or when I have a little bit of cleavage showing? I just don't think that they're mutually exclusive. I just think that maybe you take me seriously because I'm there every day telling you guys what I really think and feel, and you care about me and my opinion, and you take me seriously as a person, and it doesn't have anything to do with this business. I just think that the people who were clicking on the video just to see my tits probably weren't going to listen anyway. So I'm not trying to reel people in. Those aren't the kind of people that I'm like, you know who I'm going to get those guys who want to see my tits. They're not listening to me talk about parkour physics in Assassin's Creed 3. They're looking at my tits. So there makes no difference to me if those people click or not, because they're not listening to the things that I took time to write down. You know what I mean? So it's not some sort of demographic that I'm like, I'm gonna go for them, I'm gonna go for the tit dudes. You know what I mean? I just don't think that if someone might not take me seriously because my tits are out, that should negate my want or ability to wear those kinds of costumes. So that's my rant. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below if you can't possibly take somebody seriously if they have any cleavage showing, or if there's some sort of amount of cleavage, if you have some sort of sliding scale for how seriously you take people, or if it doesn't matter to you and you can just listen to English words while, somebody's wearing something that might be a little low cut. Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you can hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. megturney.com for pictures and stuff and things. And, yeah, that's it. Alright, boobs!